Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Views from Section 400 podcast. I'm your host, Brian Hauk. I'm here with Matt Cullen. We're missing Jack today. Prayers up to Jack. Nothing wrong with him. He's just spending the weekend in Columbia, South Carolina. That shithole of a town.
Sounds like some degeneracy going on.
So it's just a little two-man show today, but we'll do our best to go through the NFL slate with you guys, give you our best bets, our predictions. Just go through everything like we do every Sunday. So getting right into it, we got another London game, finally ending the London games. It's another great one. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. Ravens, of course, coming off that horrible loss. Rashad Bateman had the win in his hands, dropped it in the end zone. Titans, another bad loss to Gardner Minshew and the Colts. So don't really know where to go with this game. We got the Ravens favored by 4. Matt, you taking anything here?
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know what to think of the Ravens. Sometimes they look good, sometimes they don't. Lamar Jackson, he got his money. Obviously says he cares. Does he care? I don't know. Honestly, just really like inconsistent quarterback, kind of a little bit. But yeah, I think just play it safe, take the better team. I don't love this pick at all, but I just would go Ravens -4. Like I said, I don't love it at all. I don't love the Titans either, though. So if I had to make a pick, I'll go Ravens -4.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think I'm just going to go the under here. Probably going to sleep through this game, hoping these two teams do the same.
Under, what's your philosophy on that pick?
I mean, I'll be sleeping. That's that's my philosophy. If I'm sleeping, points won't be scored.
Points won't be scored because you are Mr. Over.
Yeah, I'll probably wake up and it'll be like a 60 to 57 Ryan Tannehill 400 passing yards type day, but
which is what you want to see in London at 9:30 in the morning. I mean, against two teams, I like. Who really cares? I know Ravens got a decent fan base. I don't know about the Titans. I mean, is their fan base really that electric? But I don't know. Let's not get on a rant here. Nobody gives a fuck about the Titans fan base. Next game here, finally got the Niners in a 1 o'clock slot. Feels like they've been a lot of 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock, especially. Niners finally in the 1 o'clock spot, traveling to Cleveland. Yeah, over under at 35.5 seems low. I know the Browns defense has been pretty solid this year. I don't know where to play this. The Niners have been steamrolling through people. 9.5, it doesn't seem like a lot of points, but it just seems like one of those 1 o'clock games. Everyone's on the Niners -9.5, -10, whatever. And the Browns find a way to cover. It just feels like one of those games. But,
yeah, I mean, the Browns don't have a quarterback. That's the first issue here.
yeah.
Yeah, I made a joke a few weeks ago that Deshaun Watson would be lighter on his feet without a Chubb. That has not been the case. He's been out for 2 weeks in a row now. Last week, they started the rookie out of UCLA. DTR, he looked more like Dorian Finney-Smith, just throwing up bricks out there. So I don't know what they're going to do this week at that position. The Niners are a wagon. It's in the dog pound, so maybe.
It's in the dog pound. So what's the weather looking like in Cleveland? Because my play was like, look, the Niners offense has looked pretty fucking electric. So I was just gonna roll with the over 35.5 because that number seems violently low.
It's very low. Let's check out the weather. It's a 90% chance of rain on Saturday, but Sunday looks okay. So maybe we'll get
Yeah,
some.
I mean, dude, I want to stay away from that. I want to stay away from that -9.5. I know the Browns don't have a quarterback. You could probably still feel somewhat comfortable taking them to win by 10, but I think I'm going to lean the over here, dude. 35.5. I mean,
It is low.
it's fucking low, dude. You're
Very
Mr.
low.
Over.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
dude,
I'm
you're
gonna.
loving that.
Christian McCaffrey has a chance to tie a record this week, and for some reason, FanDuel, it doesn't look like they think he's going to do that. He's been -200 plus the last couple of weeks to score. He's -175 this week, which isn't a lot of juice. So I might be all over that one. But I guess that goes
Yeah.
with 35.5 spread or 35.5 over under.
You're taking the over there?
Yeah, why not? Let's both ride hate ourselves.
Dude, 35 and a half, like, come on, man. It's an NFL game. Niners are like, you know, best offense in the NFL or like top two or three at least. Um, like, dude, they could put up 35 themselves.
They could. They definitely could.
Like, easily, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, that could be like a 42-24 game.
We take
Or
Cleveland scored 24 points.
probably not. Maybe like 42-14. I don't know, dude.
I'll give you
42-7.
42.
Yeah.
That's
I
still
just keep
impressive.
forgetting about Cleveland's fucking quarterback situation. But yeah, it should be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, a fun
Uh,
way to describe that one. Uh,
yeah.
Up next, we got Washington taking on the Falcons.
Dude, hail to your commanders, bro.
Yeah, I think I've cursed Brian Robinson ever since I made that bet for him to score 3 touchdowns against the Birds. He has scored once in 8 quarters.
And then double down on him
Yeah,
and took him again.
we're just gonna pretend that never happened. But I mean, the Commanders need a win. The Falcons need a win. Someone's got to win this game. The spread's 2.5. Falcons favored at home. Over under 42.5. Both defenses are pretty good. Both offenses are kind of eh.
Pretty shit.
Yeah, I wanted to be nice to them, but I think that's the right word.
I mean, I think this is the classic. The game's on at 1 o'clock. It's just kind of in the background on red zone, and you just kind of get through it, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
at
it's
least
one
there
of
is.
those like Scott Hansen pops up to it on red zone, and you're like, oh shit, that game's on. You know what I mean?
Bijan will catch like a 15-yard pass, do something disgusting. We'll
Right.
be
You're like,
looking
oh
again for
shit,
another two
that
quarters.
game's going on. Who cares? But yeah, I mean, do you really have a pick here? I mean, dude, I kind of like the Commanders on the money line, and I won't do that as my official pick, but I'll take the 2.5 for the commies.
Yeah, give me let's get a little spicy here. Give me both Robinsons to find the end zone. I know I
Oh
just shat
baby.
on Brian Robinson, but why not?
Yeah, I've been jinxing them. I haven't really bet on it, or just been over betting the fuck out of them. Give me Robinson touchdown.
Yeah, give me the hello, Mr. Robinson's parlay, the Bijan and
Yeah,
Rob in the end
that's
zone.
that's dude. I like the angle there. I really do. Not much to say there though. I mean, a couple little quick picks. Like I said, it's that game that's on in the background, and just an extra filler for your Sunday. But kind of moving on here, another kind of shitter monster spread. Panthers Dolphins Sunday at 1 o'clock in Miami. Over under 47.5. I'm personally taking the over. I am convinced on the Dolphins offense and pretty much the Dolphins as a whole team, but give me the over. Their offense is electric. I think the Panthers can put up at least 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and the Dolphins will do the rest. Looking at this thing being like a 38-17 Dolphins win. Maybe the Panthers, make it 38-21 or 38-20. I could see them maybe doing that, but other than that, give me the over. Too many points for me. 14 is a lot, even though I just said that they will cover, but it's a lot of points for the NFL, dude.
Yeah, I mean, backpacking off of that, I don't know who these odd makers are over at FanDuel, but this is disrespectful. 14 points in an NFL game with the number one pick on the other side. Like I know Young has
So,
been great, but that's a pretty disrespectful line, especially, you
that's
know,
what I'm saying, dude. For the NFL, it's a lot of points.
it's a lot of points. That being said, I'm taking the Dolphins minus 14. Um, so I mean
Yeah,
Bryce Young is not good.
he's
Miles
not. He's really
Sanders
not.
doesn't have anywhere to go.
CJ Stroud looks like the pick.
He was definitely the pick. Which I mean, the Texans, you don't expect the Texans to really do much in terms of making right decisions as a franchise, and look at them.
But yeah, we'll get to CJ Stroud in a second here. But Yeah, give me the over for the Panthers Dolphins, and you got what? You're hammering the -14.
Yeah, give me that -14.
I'll jump in on the -14 as well too. Fuck it. Like I said, I'm sold on the Dolphins offense. Uh I am not sold on the Panthers or Bryce Young whatsoever. I mean, at all. I think they're in shambles. Uh I mean, another one of those games where it's like, yeah, I mean, everyone likes watching the Dolphins, but like, dude, the Panthers suck. But rolling on to the Vikings Bears, little divisional matchup here. The Vikings got to start winning some fucking games.
Yeah, I mean it's bad over in Minnesota. Yeah, the Twins got eliminated. The Vikings suck.
Jefferson on IR,
Jefferson's on IR.
like holy shit,
It's bad.
it's
Um,
bad, dude.
if
It is
if we beat
bad.
the Bears, there might be riots over in Minneapolis. I mean, this is a game Kirk Cousins has to win.
It's a must win for the Vikings almost.
You'd think Kirk Cousins, he's what, 30 years old now. He's an established NFL quarterback. It's time, bro. Take this, take this season over, win some games. I don't care if you don't have your number one receiver. Like you're playing the Chicago Bears here. You can't lose to the Bears.
No, you can't. And I think Justin Fields and being at home, they'll do everything they can to try and win this one. But I think the Vikings eke out a win. I have not been confident on the Vikings at all. I'm not touching the spread. -3 +3 is just way too dangerous
Yeah.
to pick either one. I'm going to take the over 44. I think the Vikings score some points here. I think the Bears are able to get in a couple times. Either way, even if it's close to the wire, I mean, dude, this could be like a 28-24 Vikings win. I could even see the Vikings scoring into the 30s. No, Justin Jefferson does hurt. There's other weapons on the Vikings offense, and the rookie Jordan Addison. I don't love KJ Osborne, but I guess he's there. And then Hawkinson. So should still be able to be pretty dynamic on offense, get some points going. Bears obviously aren't great. So what do you got?
Yeah, no, these two defenses are atrocious, and I think atrocious is a compliment for the way they've played the last couple years. So yeah, the 44, it seems low. At the same time, I'm not sold on Justin Fields the last couple weeks. He's been good, but I don't know.
I just think being at home, he might play a little better.
Yeah, no, I think the over's the bet here.
Yeah, over 44. Another Section 400 squad ride.
Yeah, we're on the same page today. This is, I mean, it
Yeah,
won't last
this is.
long once we get to the 4 o'clocks, but so far,
Oh yeah, the 4 o'clocks will dice up. it'll get a little interesting here soon. Um, and maybe even for this game right here, let's jump over to Jacksonville. Jags take on the Colts in a divisional matchup. Jaguars favored by 5 points here, -4.5 on the spread. Yeah, I mean, Brian, take it away. What do you got? Who you picking? And I'll jump in after and drop my picks.
I'm going Colts money line, the Colts team total over. Michael Pittman anytime touchdown. Uh, who else is on the fucking Colts? Zach Moss, he's going over his rushing yards. Jonathan Taylor's going over his rushing yards. We're riding everything Colts right now. Jack
Wow.
is going to be hungover on Sunday. He's not going to be in the right state of mind to root on his Jags, and they're going to feel that, and they're going to get clobbered. So Colts everything.
Well, yeah. Sorry you had to listen to that, Jack. But yeah, I mean, I won't go as crazy as you did there, but I definitely like the Colts +4.5. And I think I'll just leave it at that. I know Jack's a big Jaguars fan, but like, come on, man, Colts Jaguars. Who fucking cares? Like, who cares, man? It's one of those games. I
It's
get it, you're a Jags fan, Jack, but I don't know, dude. Who gives a degree? Give me the Colts +4.5. I like what former Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen's doing over in Indy, dude. I like the group he's got. I like his culture. Seems like a solid dude, solid coach. So yeah, I'll root for him. Give me the plus 4.5. And again, another one of those like who really cares games. But kind of moving on to the Saints and the Texans. I said we were going to jump back in on CJ Stroud here. I'm pretty sold on him as a quarterback. I think there's something about the aesthetic of him playing on the Texans. He just looks good. He just looks good, dude. I don't know how to explain it, but I just like it. I love the aesthetic. I love the way he looks. You're shaking your head yes, because you know you agree.
You sounded like
Uh,
me right.
I know, dude. You're rubbing off on me with the aesthetics, but you know what I mean, dude. He looks good
Yeah.
in Texans uniform. He looks to fit the part. He's been solid in terms of putting up stats. Obviously, they got to add some more talent around him. On both sides of the ball, offense and defense. But they have a nice building block for the future in CJ Stroud, which is why I'm going to take the Texans plus 1.5 at home on Sunday. What do you got, Brian?
I agree with you on everything you said about CJ Stroud, but I'm not going to agree with you riding the Texans.
You don't trust it?
The Saints defense is that good, and this is going to be a huge test for Stroud. I think their defense is good enough to make Stroud throw a couple interceptions, something he hasn't done in his career to this point.
Right. Right.
Um, but I think they're going to rattle him enough. The Saints offense, gross, but
Yeah, like their offense is nothing particularly special.
I like the Saints in a low scoring game here in Houston.
Like what, 23-14 game?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, Vegas thinks it's going to be a hell of a lot closer than that.
they do. I also think the stadium might have a total of like 10 people in it. With the
I don't know,
Astros
man. They
starting
might
to see
have
how
they
they
might
do
have
it.
some fans. They might have some fans pop up.
They're all going to be either watching baseball or at the baseball game. They're not going to care about this non-divisional week 6.
Yeah, that baseball game's not till 8 o'clock at night on Sunday, dude.
Yeah, they'll be.
So
I guess they can be
that's
tough.
going to be a monster. I don't know what the layout is in Houston. Maybe one of our fans over in Houston can let us know what it looks like. But obviously in Philly, all the stadiums are next to each other. Is it like that in Houston? Do you have any insight on that, Brian?
They got the same in Dallas. It's the exact same as Philly. I don't know what Houston's like, but
So Dallas is what, the Rangers and the
yeah,
Cowboys are next
Rangers,
to each other.
Cowboys. Uh,
Either way, maybe somebody from the area can help
yeah,
us out.
Brock, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, we can get some help. But yeah, I mean, I'm plus 1.5. I guess you're what, minus 1.5 on the Saints?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the money line, play it safe here. Be a square.
Money line. Give me the Texans to either win outright or lose by one. Moving on here, Seahawks Bengals. Here's a more interesting game, a more intriguing game. I haven't been in love with the Bengals at all this year. Um, the Seahawks defense has proven to be somewhat competent, pretty solid, honestly. And I think I'm going to roll with Pete Carroll and the plus 2.5. I know it's plus money. Uh, I don't love the pick by any stretch of the imagination. Um, and yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a fun one at plus 100. So give me the plus 2.5. Could totally see it going the other way. I'm not confident in this. I almost want to make this like an unofficial. I'm not taking this pick. But for the sake of having good fun, give me the Seahawks plus 2.5. What do you got? I'll roll the dice on the plus 2.5 at plus money just because I love those plus money picks. But yeah, give me the Seahawks plus 2.5. See what happens.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Another one that's ugly, almost as ugly as the Tulane hat. I think I'm finally gonna take off here. Uh, our editor Will, we just started posting his parlays on section 400.com. He's taking Tulane on the spread today, so I figured I'd rock the hat. But it's green. It's
Go.
going with the Plaxico jersey, so it's coming
Will's
off.
been on a little bit of a heater with the bets, so I know we'll drop a couple of his picks. and definitely would think about tailing uh, whatever comes out on that.
If we go
Oh
from
yeah.
green and red to orange and red, beautiful.
But yeah, kind of like I was saying, Will was handing out some solid picks, so definitely worth tailing the next couple picks he gives out until he goes on a cold streak. But yeah, what I mean, did you give a pick? I don't even know. Like
I really don't want to.
I don't either. That's
I'm
like,
like,
dude, I fucking did one. You got to give one, dude. Bengals
um,
or the Seahawks? Who do you got? I
props
got
here,
it.
but
Like I hate the +2.5, but it's +100, and give me the plus money pick. And the Seahawks are a team worth throwing a gamble on. You know what I mean?
yeah. Let's go Joe Burrow under 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Hmm. Interesting.
No real
Under.
reason behind it, but there's a plus sign in front of it, and Joe
Let's
Burrow
go.
has not been that great. So
I like it.
there we go.
Yeah. Moving on to probably the worst game of the weekend, or up there as worst. Patriots Raiders. Do you agree that this is fucking ugly?
Last time these two teams played in Vegas, we had the Jacoby Myers lateral heard around the world. Tried to lateral it to Mac Jones, and he just got blown up by Chandler Jones, who has kind of gone senile since then. But anyway, that happened. So that was kind of electric. That was the only thing of note that happened in this game. This year, both these teams are worse. Um, I don't know why Mac Jones is still
Seems like
good.
way worse.
Jimmy Garoppolo is not good. Devontae Adams is playing injured. Josh Jacobs hates his team. Devontae Parker, I don't know why he's still employed. There's not a lot to like here. Um,
Nah, this is another nonsense game. Uh I've
another
been taking the Patriots, I think, like every week. Maybe not outright money line, but I've been taking them plus points.
you have.
It hasn't been hitting. I'm gonna roll the dice one more time.
Oh,
Give me the Patriots +2.5. It's Bill Belichick. Something there. Belichick's gonna want to win. Uh Belichick's probably the better coach than McDaniels. I mean,
probably.
uh
It's a little disrespectful.
yeah, I guess. But nah, I mean, Belichick's gonna win. He was, he's the guy. So one more week, Bill. One more week. I'm on board for one more week. I don't love it at all, but I will ride the Patriots +2.5.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that with you. Um,
The former coaching alliance didn't sway you.
no, I'm going to take Mac Jones under whatever his passing yards are. He'll be benched. He's gotten benched earlier and earlier in the last two games. So, got to think like second quarter this time around, he'll be gone.
If you're a big Bailey Zappi guy, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
No, but Bill's son at quarterback, the way they're playing right now.
Yeah, but all right, I'll roll the dice on the Pats one more time at 2.5 +2.5. But kind of rolling through it here. Lions Bucks. This could be a decent game. Could be an okay game.
Sneaky good game. I wish it
Uh,
was at Ford Field.
yeah, I will. I'll buy a half point here and take the Bucks +3.5.
All right, I think we're on opposite ends again. I'm taking the Lions -3.
Yeah, opposite ends. I like the way the Bucks have played this year. They've shown an ability to stay competitive in games. Obviously, the Eagles went in there, and I don't know. Would you consider that a blowout, a 25-11 win, a blowout?
Yeah,
It's close.
the 11
It's
came on a garbage time touchdown.
yeah, it was. You could tell the Eagles were winning that game pretty much. For a while there.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Bucks +3.5. I'll buy the extra half point. Um, and the under 42.5 could be a sneaky play here too.
The Lions defense
Um,
is really good.
I know. And the Bucks defense isn't bad either. I would throw the under 42.5 in there. Are you confident to hop on that or no?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
I hate unders. I think I'm
I know
already
you do.
three unders today.
You're on a couple plus money unders.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
And Jack left and someone had to be the square and take all the unders. So yeah, why not? Let's go under
Why
42.
not? Why not? Under 42.5. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, the Bucks defense is pretty solid. Lions defense is obviously pretty good. Uh, dude, this could be like you know, 20-17 Lions win. I could totally see that being the final score, which would cash the under and the plus 3.5 and your -3. So,
Oh, I'd push, but I'd still be happy.
well, yeah, better than an L. Either way, moving on. Cardinals Rams divisional matchup. Big line for a divisional matchup. Rams coming off that loss last week, probably going to look to want to get some revenge. Cardinals have shown an ability to be competent and stay in games. Obviously, they had that win against the Cowboys, which nobody was expecting. Knocked me out of my survivor pool. Your survivor pool, actually. Either way, uh, yeah, I mean, I think a divisional matchup, 7 points. It's a lot of points. Give me the Cardinals +7, and I'll roll the dice there. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go even a step further and take the Cardinals on the money line. Uh,
Wow.
I went all in on the Rams last week, and they burnt
Holy shit.
the living shit out of me. I might as well have just put my hand on a hot stove and turned it on because that's how much the Rams ruined my day last week. Will, I'm sure you'll drop the clip of my parlay with the Rams.
I can't sing for shit. That was way off tempo, but give me Matt Stafford, 350 yards. Puka Nakua, 70 yards. Cooper Cup, anytime touchdown. Rams money line at home. Birds go down for the first time this season. See you at the cash counter.
Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, that was not
Would
fun.
you call that last weekend a Rams parlay or an anti-Eagles parlay?
Well, it's the anti-Eagles parlay, but the team that was playing the Eagles was the Rams. I need
Right.
one of these teams to still, I'll save this energy for our next game. But they burnt me
Yeah.
last week. I like Josh Dobbs. He's been good. Last week he had a little bit of a hiccup against the Bengals, threw a couple interceptions. James Conner's
Dude,
out for this one. They got another running back whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, partly because I forget it, but he looked good last week. Yeah, I like Michael Wilson. He's my guy. So let's go Cardinals.
big Michael Wilson fan you are.
Yeah.
Be interesting if we could get him on the pod.
Oh, that'd be great.
Maybe we'll have our team do some outreach and see if they can set that up in the future. But yeah, Cardinals +7. You're on the money line. Big day for Arizona as they rattle the cage of the Rams. I don't see the Cardinals winning it, so I do think you're pretty nuts with the +265 money line play. I'm all for it. I love being bold and I love going for it. And it's divisional matchup. Anything can happen. Um, but yeah, give me the +7 and let's kind of move on here to the best game of the week. Eagles Jets up in MetLife. 6.5 for the Birds. Beat the Jets by a touchdown. A quarterback that isn't great in New York. Eagles have looked dynamic. Defense is fucking gas. We lost Hargrave. Jalen Carter has stepped in and pretty much been, just as good, maybe better. Not sure. No disrespect to Hargrave. Unbelievable player. That's just how good Jalen Carter is and has been. Give me the Eagles -6.5 here. Pretty easy play for me. I would I would maybe go Goddard over yards too, and I'll go Devonta Smith over yards. I think Sauce will could have a good handle on AJ Brown. Not saying that AJ Brown won't have a nice day, but it could be a little tougher for him. Give me the Birds -6.5. I really don't think this one will be close. Jets can't score on the Eagles defense with Zach Wilson at quarterback, especially. Um, Give me the Eagles. Pretty much in a rout. I would go maybe, 27-7. I could see this final being. And that's all I got. So definitely taking the touchdown spread here for the Birds. A lot of Eagles fans will be in attendance. As you can see, out in LA, half the stadium was Eagles fans. This is, an hour and a half north of Philly. So going to be a lot of Eagles green in the stadium. And, should pretty much be like a home game for them as well. But it's my rant for the Birds. Give me a -6.5. And over to you, Brian.
I mean, we all know the drill by now.
We all know the drill. Bring it out. I'm ready for it. Bring it out.
I'm 0 for 2. I can't go 0 for 3.
You sure can, and you probably will.
It's not going to happen. I cannot go 0 for 3.
Especially and now, Brian's anti-Eagles parlay.
They're playing in Giant Stadium. I don't care what you call it. Aaron Rodgers had jet life earlier in Hard Knocks. What happened to him? He tore his Achilles. So it's the Giant Stadium. They're playing there. And the Eagles are going to lose.
Oh, are they, dude? Tell me how Zach Wilson's going to carve up this defense. I'd love to hear it.
Meet the Jets. Zach Wilson throwing 350. Garrett Wilson, anytime TD. CJ Uzama scoring 2. Jets defense picking off Hurst 3 times. Finding the end zone on a dime. Jets. The New York Jets are gonna win. Give me Jets money line. And the alt spread -6.
What?
Who's going to win? The New York Jets.
Oh, my God.
Who's going to win? The New York Jets. Yeah, Zach Wilson loves fucking MILFs. Garrett Wilson wishes he had a rod, but it's okay because they're going to beat the Birds. Eagles go down. First time of the season.
Well, thanks, dude. You honestly might go 0-16 or 0-17 or whatever the fuck on your Eagles.
Let me recap everything I said there because I was even spewing off the dome. So we got Zach Wilson throwing for 300. We got Garrett Wilson scoring a tutty. Jalen Hurts over one interception. I'm sure the line's going to be.
That's what you're taking.
And then CJ Uzoma anytime touchdown. And the Jets to win. Show me those odds, Will.
All right, dude. Well, obviously, guys, Brian is delusional and has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to Eagles. Clearly just an anti-Eagles play as he's in a Plaxico Burress Super Bowl jersey. Yeah, so give me the Eagles -6.5. Brian can run his nonsense and just absolutely destroy his record on the picks he gives out because that is not hitting any of those. I could see maybe Hurts hits, throws 2 picks, maybe. Still think the Eagles find a way to get this job done on Sunday. And yeah, all I got, Brian, I think is delusional. But either way, we can roll on to his New York Giants interstate matchup against the Buffalo Bills, even though the New York Giants are really the New Jersey Giants, and the Bills actually play in the state of New York. Technically, a New York interstate matchup here, the way they word it. Monster spread +15.5 or -15.5. Think that's too many points. Granted, I could see the Bills winning this game like 35-7. Daniel Jones has looked horrible. The Giants have looked horrible. I'm here for it. I love it. Really don't feel bad or sorry for any of the Giants, Mets, Yankees, whatever fans are up there. Yeah, I think the over 43.5 is pretty low. I will take the over 43.5. I'm going to stay away from the -15.5 because I think that is just so many points for an NFL game. Could it hit? Absolutely. The Giants have shown an ability to be able to get blown out this year so far. Yeah, I'll roll with the over, and I'll stick with the hot hand on Stephon Diggs. I've been taking his over receiving yards the last couple of weeks. I think every time we've released a pod for bets. So yeah, give me Diggs over receiving yards. Maybe even find his way into the end zone. I won't make that pick though. I'll take his over receiving yards. He's been red hot, and I'll take the over. Let's hear another delusional rant by Brian here.
Well, so I put on the Plaxico jersey. Some people may have taken that as me trying to get the vibes up. The reason I put it on is because when I watch the New York Giants, I feel like shooting myself in the leg. So that's kind of where we're at. Daniel Jones not playing in this game, so we got Tyrod Taylor manning the offense. I am praying for Tyrod Taylor because the Giants' offensive line might get him killed. The Bills, they either lead the league in sacks or they're damn close near it. The Giants probably have the lowest combined PFF pass blocking grade of all time. You know my thoughts on Shane Lemieux. You know my thoughts on Evan Neal. Andrew Thomas, hamstring is still nowhere to be found. Saquon might play. He's starting to practice. I don't think that'll help at all. It's rough. I used a lot
Are
of
you
my.
going with the Giants money line, or what do you got here, dude?
I can't bring myself to bet on the New York Giants. I mean,
I mean, that is
a
a
lot of my.
monster. That is a monster money line, plus 750.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Obviously,
I used
but
a lot of my bullets complaining about the team last week. I've kind of just gone from mad to disappointed. I can't even really say much here. I'd like to see Jalen Hyatt on the field more. Might as well play him. Darren Waller is too busy watching his wife in the WNBA finals to care about putting up some big numbers.
I mean, that's a good point you bring up there. Do you think that affects at all? I mean, his wife's in the WNBA finals. People obviously say what they want to say about the WNBA. I'm personally not that I'm, going to sit here and say, oh, I don't care about women's sports, but I just there's no team in Philly, and I prefer to watch other sports, and I'll leave it at that before somebody gets pissed off at me ripping on women's sports. Yeah, but do you think that plays into it a little bit? I mean, his wife's in the WNBA finals, and he's
No,
he's early in the regular season on a team that is horrible.
no, I don't think
I
so.
mean, it has to a little bit.
I mean, I
He's probably
say it
thinking
will.
about it.
Maybe that is the reason why he stinks. You know, that's how I'll cope. That's how I'll cope. Um, but yeah, besides that,
What's
Thibodeau has
your
looked
pick?
okay.
You need a pick here. You need a pick. You taking the Giants or what?
Let's take.
You gonna rock out with the squad? I don't think you should, but
Let's take the first quarter total under. The Giants don't score in the first quarter. 7.5. The Bills will win the first quarter 7-0. That's my
uh yeah, I guess. I don't know. Pretty disgusting pick there.
It's a
Uh,
disgusting team. It's the team makes me want to drench my eyes in bleach. So
yeah, well, we had that. I guess kind of moving on to wrap up the weekend and wrap up week 6. Oh my God, that's an 8:20 game. The Giants
yeah,
Bills. What
it's
the
prime
fuck?
time. It's like their third primetime game. They fucking suck.
What is going on? I just noticed that as I'm going to jump in. I see the Giants and the Bills are on Monday or Sunday night football at 8:20. Uh, that's disgusting.
That's the
Dude, I know
Sunday.
it's early in the season. They got to start flexing some games around. Uh, Not a great slate this weekend, but I mean, dude, I'd much rather see the Niners and the Browns on Sunday night. Wouldn't you?
I'd rather the Lions and the Bucks. Like there's games out there.
There's games out there they could have flexed to accommodate a little bit of a better game, but nonetheless, 8:20 start. Anyway, now that I got that out of my system, before we jump off the pod, we want to give you guys a little bonus MLB bonus picks for the championship series round, game one. Game one for the ALCS starting Sunday, 8:16 p.m. So tonight, 8:16 p.m. Rangers, Astros. Who do you have, Brian, to win game one? Who do you like for the series? And and as I'm reading this off, the line's just locked. So I don't know what just happened there. Crazy that just locked out of nowhere. Either way, hit us with who you like to win game one. Who do you like to win the series? And a brief explanation why, and then I'll give my insight on the game, and then we can jump over to the NLCS. What do you got?
Jacob deGrom is getting his ring. The Texas Rangers are sweeping the Houston Astros.
Holy
and
shit!
bringing out the brooms on the Philadelphia Phillies.
So you're saying they're going to go 8-0 over
Yep.
their next 8 games to win a World Series title and sweep the CS and sweep the World Series?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. I'm not going to go that far on it. I do like the Rangers. I think they make this a very competitive series. I lean to taking the Astros in game one, but then the Rangers taking game two, and then it just turning into a holy shit, this is going back. The Rangers would then get home field, and that could create a whole new dynamic for the series. I'll lean Astros in game one, but I really do think the Rangers can win this series. So that's what I will go for on the American League side. But jumping over to the National League side, obviously, if you guys have been keeping up with the TikTok, I've been very passionate about the Philadelphia Phillies. They are into the NLCS for a second year in a row. Brian, even though you're a Mets fan, you can agree that is fucking tough to do. Make the NLCS in back-to-back consecutive years with a strong shot to make the World Series. Yeah, I'll take the Phils in game one here at home. That at-home field atmosphere place, it absolutely has an effect on the outcome of games, which bodes well on the Phillies side. But yeah, give me the Phils in game one, and kind of just give me them to win the series. Obviously, I love them to win it all too. I think this is their year coming out from last year. Harper's locked in. They want the ring. They're running around fucking flipping people off with their ring finger. Yeah, give me the Phils to win game one. Give me them to win the series, and hopefully we're celebrating a big parade down Broad Street in just a few weeks here. What do you got, Brian, on the National League side?
Too many things have been going right for the city of Philadelphia, and I don't like it one bit.
Really, because I love it.
The Phillies are dancing on their own again. The Eagles haven't lost. The Philadelphia Flyers, who are supposed to be tanking, won last night.
I think my little Flyers write-up preview, which you guys can all read on the website. We're posting daily articles, listicles, round tables. Everything goes on the website. Free picks are always littered in there too. Definitely check that out. But yeah, kind of trashed on them in the preseason in the little write-up I did on them, and they snuck out a win. But yeah, anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Brad, but
No, you're good.
maybe I worked a little jinx there, dude.
The Phillies are doing their thing. The Eagles haven't lost. The Flyers won. Might as well bring back the Philadelphia Soul, because I'm sure they'd win an arena football championship if you did that.
They were good. They won a couple arena football
Yeah, I think they
championships.
three-peated or something. But
Yes.
I mean, things are going too well in the city of Philadelphia. Something has to go wrong. I don't know what will happen first, if it'll happen to the Phillies, or if it'll happen to the Eagles, or if we're going to have to wait for the Sixers to lose to the Celtics again. But hopefully it's the Phillies. They're going to win this series in 6. They're going to win game 1 at the bank. And then they'll get swept by the Texas Rangers in the World Series.
Okay. Thanks, Brian, for your anti-Philadelphia hate there. Or just anti-Philadelphia banter. That's, I guess, gonna kind of wrap it up here for us guys. Hopefully we can make you a decent amount of money come Sunday, as we're getting ready for the slate of games here. Um, Obviously, if you guys watch to the end, you got a little bonus MLB sneak peek of the championship series there, handing out some picks. You know, hopefully, obviously we'll have some very passionate Phillies reaction videos coming up this week. I'm sure I will make my way down to the stadium at some point as well. So check out and look out for any upcoming content pertaining to that. Other than that, I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you follow us on all socials to stay up to date with the latest articles, videos, reactions, and most importantly, picks so you can pad your pocket with a little bit of cash. As I said, all the boys are over 500, over 50% on their picks given out this year. So if you have been tailing, you have been making some money. Other than that, I got nothing else. Brian, it's always a pleasure. And, unless you got anything to say, we will see everybody next time.
Figure it out, Dable.